Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. This video is an introduction to a promised video on diet. This first part is about how Kneipp treats obesity. The purpose is to show that even for this problem that we think is above all food related, he does not work with diet changes, but still and always with a water application. So one can easily imagine that for the finger osteoarthritis, which are in durations, the diet plays even less. However, I must add that at the time of Kneipp, the 19th century, people did not eat like us. They hardly ate meat and consumed milk only in small quantities. And neither did they consume the many cheeses that we consume almost daily. Moreover, meanwhile, I became a vegan. As this is a big difference compared to my previous diet, I would like to give it a bit of time as to see if it accelerates in one way or another the healing of osteoarthritis. Okay, here we go. The water application Kneipp uses for obesity is a powerful shower, which you can see here in the picture. In French, it is a douche fulgurante. To translate this, I could say a powerful douche, a lightning shower, a powerful shower. I will simply speak of shower. What does the powerful shower consist of, and why is it chosen? How to apply it, and how long should it be? How many times? How much weight may one expect to lose? Let's see the details in Kneipp's book, My Will, page 110 to 114. So the shower is a very powerful water jet, and that is given only with the hose. The effect of this shower is compared to a mason's peak that would remove all the rotten cement from a wet wall. Such a wall has several rotting coatings, and it is necessary to remove them. This is the image that Kneipp applies to the obese person. In his body are like several coatings, a painful burden which the obese person drags with him all the time. And yet, said Kneipp, it is easy to get rid of. With the shower, this powerful jet of water. He chooses the shower mainly for two reasons. He sees it as a replacement for the massage, which often leads to big problems. But the main reason is overweight. It's easy to remove. So I'm going to, for your information, read a short excerpt about what he says concerning a massage. Allopathy introduced the massage. I am fundamentally opposed to it, because I have heard so many people complain not only of the sufferings which this method has caused them, but also of the sad results it has had. Pressure, friction, and crushing can very easily cause the vessels to burst, to cause the blood to emerge from the small veins, and thus to produce great disorders. And because overweight is easy to remove. Why is it easy to remove? Let's read what Kneipp says. Everyone knows that in corpulent persons the tissues are spongy-like, and that which is spongy is easily solved. Cold water concentrates all that has been dissolved, and either the perspiration or the urine draws it out of the body. Those with the most tendency to be overweight are not precisely those with the strongest organs. There is too much blood formed in them. It is like a chimney in which a thick smoke passes in great quantity. A strong layer of soot is guarded there very quickly. It is the same with these people. We have proof of this in their painful breathing. They grow tired quickly. As I sat off the wall of the church, a double or triple coating forms within them, which must disappear. So overweight is easy to remove. Then how is this shower given? I read from the book of Kneipp, My Will, page 112 till 116. So first the patient gets used to the water by general effusions, and then comes the lightning or the powerful shower. To give the shower a shoot, one starts with the feet on the back side. One climbs slowly along the back, and finally the whole back is irrigated as evenly as possible. The same is done on the front of the body, and usually growing heat develops rapidly during the operation itself. The patient feels himself so relieved that he says, "It seems to me to be born again." A jet of water is sent as a lightning through a hose onto the body. We begin at the bottom and up to the top. All the parts of the body are strongly showered. This jet impresses strongly and is by no means painful. But everyone remarks that it destroys in the body all that does not hold firmly. It is pretty much like what happens when one beats a coat. The dust is forced to run away and nothing happens to the coat. The hose may be 3 to 5 meters away from the patient, depending on whether the jet is strong or weak. The application can last from 3 to 8 minutes. First of all, this water jet whips violently. Then one varies by pressing with the finger on the opening, so that the divided jet falls on the skin in rapid rain, as when during a storm the rain whips the windows. The size of the hose should be large enough for a thin pencil to be inserted into it. The jet should not be too violent either, for nature must be treated with as much care as possible. The effects of the shower are as follows. The patient will greatly increase his natural warmth. He will soon look much better, and his breathing becomes easier. His appetite also increases. He usually spits mucus, but what is striking is the unusual abundance of urine, often loaded with such deposits that the patients ask themselves whether there is no danger of the urine bringing so many impurities. It is then advisable to administer a shower every day or every other day, and once the whole body is in good condition, from time to time it will be given 2 per day. Finally, we now see the concrete case of an Austrian official to see how much weight he has lost, and to whom Kneipp strongly advises against diet change. Thus, an Austrian official, after a long cure, lost 73 pounds. When he had arrived, he could barely breathe. He was quite overwhelmed and painfully dragged his burden. The shower freed him of it. His complexion became fresh. The appearance of health and youth were restored to it. His breathing became easy. Walking was no longer a fatigue for him. He returned with joy to his occupations, which he had previously wished to abandon. This good gentleman had already tried at frequent intervals to get rid of his overweight and had been prescribed diets, but in vain. Although he ate little, he did not lose weight. His corpulence was always the same. I urged this gentleman to change nothing in his way of life, provided that it is reasonable. Besides, he was neither a big eater nor a drinker. On the contrary, he lived very simply. His overweight came from the fact that too much blood was formed in him, hence its excessive corpulence. His occupations: he was employed by the Chancellery, contributed much to this unfortunate effect. Besides, as a sudden change in the food or in the diet can also have unfortunate consequences, I can only disapprove of it. A cure of this kind, long prolonged, may have the most sad results for many people. That is why I gave this patient advice not to change his way of life, which was rational. For your information, doctors considered the shower as a torture. But Kneipp was always right in the practice, and even to such an extent that he convinced the most incredulous physicians, as was often the case. So that's it for today. One of the next videos will be devoted to the food properly speaking, my diet from the beginning till now, as well as what Kneipp prescribes. Thank you so much for listening, and till the next video. Bye bye.